Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Seneca Harris. I'm coming to you with another video commentary brought to you by the UrbanWire Media Network, where we shine the light on issues impacting the urban community. Now, today I want to come to you because I want to discuss with you about the entire Starbucks backlash. Now, for those of you that remember, I'm going to take you down memory lane real quick. Do you guys remember back in 2018 when Starbucks was under fire because of the situation dealing with the young black men that were waiting in Starbucks they were waiting for a meeting to take place and had the police called on them by Starbucks employees? You would think after that whole situation, after the backlash and the outcry, the public outcry behind that Starbucks would have learned their lesson. But no, they haven't. Starbucks is under fire again because they have put out a memo to their employees stating that they are not to wear any type of t-shirt or any type of memorabilia or any type of clothing that shows support towards the Black Lives Movement. Now, as you guys know, we've been going through a lot of things in this country. A lot of people have been protesting the injustice and the abuse of power by police and racial inequalities towards Black Americans. And a lot of people have drawn a line in the sand and said, hey, our company, our organization does not agree with this. There's some companies and organizations that are straddling the fence, but people are now putting pressure on these companies and organizations to get on one side or the other. There's no more walking that tight rope anymore. So they're under scrutiny right now because they put out a memo to their employees stating that they're not to be wearing these types of shirts or anything that represents the Black Lives Matter movement, in fear that it might incite violence or some misunderstanding while on the clock or with customers, etc. Now we're going to go to a video that kind of outlining the whole entire situation, because since then Starbucks has kind of backtracked, or how the girls would say, backpedaled and pussy popped on the issue. So we're going to go to this video and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary. This is not going to be a long video, but I just want to give my quick stance on the situation.
Some news out of Starbucks we touched on last hour, and whether employees can wear Black Lives Matter T-shirts. Kate Rogers has that story. Hey, Kate.
Hi, Mike. Well, Starbucks out with a new letter to its employees, or partners as it calls them, this morning, saying that it will be working with the Starbucks Black Partner Network and Black Starbucks leaders to make 250,000 shirts available to company-operated partners in the U.S. and Canada to affirm support at this, quote, critical time in our history. Until the shirts arrive in stores, partners will now be able to wear their BLM pin or T-shirt while on the job. A letter from leaders Ross Ann Williams, Roz Brewer, and Zing Shaw to partners says, quote, as we talked about earlier this week, we're designing new T-shirts with the graphic below to demonstrate our allyship and show we stand together in unity. Until these arrive, we've heard you want to show your support, so just be you. Wear your BLM pin or T-shirt. We are so proud of your passionate support of our common humanity. We trust you to do what's right, while never forgetting that Starbucks is a welcoming third place where all are treated with dignity and respect. Now, a BuzzFeed news story came out earlier this week on the company not allowing its baristas to wear Black Lives Matter related attire like shirts or pins while on the job because it violates its dress policy, which also extends to political, religious, or personal accessories or clothing. BuzzFeed had reported on an internal memo in which management had argued that BLM attire could be misunderstood and possibly incite violence. That story gained traction on Twitter, where some began to call for a boycott of the brand. So the company now publicly updating its stance on this and saying, yes, you can wear your BLM attire until these T-shirts come in stores.
All right, we're back. I just want to give a quick statement on how I feel about it. I feel that Starbucks is full of crap. And again, I don't see why we as Black Americans, we do not understand the power of our dollar. They should have been canceled back in 2018 when they first pulled that crap that they pulled the first time. And it doesn't help that after this previous incident took place and went viral, that we still have Black Americans patronizing Starbucks. It's like this never happened. It's almost as if, okay, we're going to just send our employees to do this little bullshit, training. We're going to make it look like we're down with racial equality, and we're trying to make the workplace equal and fair and all that stuff. And they did a little song and dance like most people do, when they go through some type of backlash and stuff like that. So you would have thought back then that Starbucks should have been canceled. But once again, we as Black people, we continue supporting people that don't support us, people that have little respect or no regards for us as human beings. So that fast forwards us to what took place earlier this week. Like I said, BuzzFeed came out with this story and said that it was reported to them that employees were saying that Starbucks had an official policy, and there was a memo sent out to them that they're not supposed to wear any clothing that is in support of Black Lives Matter. And a lot of them were calling out the hypocrisy because y'all said y'all don't have any problems with handing out buttons or handing out things in support of the LGBT movement, or as far as LGBT rights or marriage equality. Y'all don't have no problem in supporting that, but you can't support a Black Lives Matter movement, which has gained a lot of success from mainstream society. A lot of people are in support of it. And I don't understand a company like Starbucks. Why would you be against that? You have big name companies like Amazon. Jeff Bezos, I know personally, is in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. And he is very vocal on being against inequities in the Black community. And if you can have a multi-billionaire like that jump behind this movement and say, hey, draw a line in the sand and say, hey, this ain't right. Either you're going to be for it or against it. This movement. Why come Starbucks can't? And like I said again, we are to blame for that because we keep supporting these people. We keep putting money in their pockets. We keep flooding their establishments and giving them our hard-earned money when they don't respect it. So I guess after the backlash came, as you heard in the clip, they kind of backpedaled on their stance. And to me, I think there should be no more passes given to Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal opinion. I feel that they should have been canceled. There's no damn way in hell that we should be going back to their establishment when they can't even support us living in being human beings and just coexisting. You know what I'm saying? That's just sad that you can't even get behind a movement to say, hey, we're against systematic racism. We're against the system that has been oppressive to Black people. And you see, you have a lot of employees that work for you. You have a lot of Black people that still are patronizing your business, even though they shouldn't. And you don't even have enough respect to kind of say, well, hey, we're going to take some type of stance. So I feel that people need to take that in consideration when they're supporting businesses. Do your homework. See where they stand. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a public situation or any public things that have been aired out that they are not in support of you, and this just goes for anybody. If there's any type of public situations that are out there and you have seen a pattern of any company or organization that has not been for you or against your group, then you shouldn't support them. That's just logic. It's common sense. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I want you guys to get down in those comments and let me know, what do you feel about this situation? Do you think that Starbucks only apologized because they received all this backlash? And I want you to also tell me, do you think that Starbucks should be canceled? Do you think Black people have any business patronizing a company that is pretty much not in support of them? And do you think that anybody that does support them in the future, should they be called out? So just let me know what you guys think, and we will catch you in the next video.